Hello, boys and girls. Mrs. Joyce here. Right now, I am going to be going over question number 1 from your journal pages for lesson 7.7. So what I would like for you to do, I'm going to send a separate video for each question, but I want you to watch these videos and I want you to follow along with me and check your work. Underneath each of these videos, I would like for you to comment to let me know whether or not you got it correct or not. And hopefully if you made any errors, you would be able to correct them while we're going over this. So I know I always tell you that you don't have to do the estimates. I had mentioned that in my video from Monday and today. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this question. We're going to talk about the parts of the question, what we know, and then we're going to figure out the number model and solve. Okay, we're going to do that for all 4 of these questions, but I'm going to separate the videos. All right, here we go. Let's listen.
Multi-step division number stories. 1. Make an estimate and solve. Then answer the questions. Margaret and her friend have 2 summer job offers. A job babysitting is for 8 hours each week. With Margaret and her friend both working this job, they would earn $208 each week. A summer camp job is for 7 hours each week, and together, they would earn $210 each week. Which job pays more per hour for each girl? How much more per hour? Estimate. The blank job pays more per hour. It pays blank dollars more per hour per girl. Equation with letter for unknown.
Okay, boys and girls. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we know from the problem. I just have to switch back and forth because I used my pen and I want to use my mouse now. So just bear with me. Okay, here we go. So what we're doing is we have Margaret and her friend, and they were both offered 2 different summer jobs. And of course, they want to decide which job pays more. So the first job that we know that they offered is babysitting, and they would have to work 8 hours each week. And with the 2 of them working their job, they would earn $208. Now the next one is for a job at a summer camp, and that is only 7 hours a week. So it's one less hour per week. And together they would earn $210. So it's a little bit more. So the reason why I'm telling you it's a little bit more is because you're going to have to decide which one that they're going to make more money at. I could tell right off the bat that the summer camp job is going to pay more only because you're working 1 less hour per week than the babysitting, and the total amount is $2 more. So they're working less but earning more. So it would only make sense that the summer camp job is going to be the one that pays more. So we need to make sure that we answer that part of the question, but then we're going to have to figure out how much more per girl. We're going to have to be specific. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my blank with summer camp. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate equation for each job. So right here we have babysitting. And over here we're going to have summer camp. Okay, so babysitting is, let's see, go back to the problem, and it says babysitting is $208. Oops, $208. We would divide that by 8, and then we would have to divide it again by 2. And the reason why we would divide it by 2 is because there's 2 girls working. So they would have to split the pay in half. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solve this problem. So I'm going to use, I don't have a lot of space, but I'm going to do as much as I can. So 208 divided by 8. And I'm going to start with 20. That's a 0. Oops, now it looks like it's 200. 20 times 8 is 160. And when I subtract, I am left with $98. No, that's not right. $48. I'm sorry. Okay. And then I know that another 6 would get me exactly 48. And I'm left with 0. So for this job down here, boys and girls, it is $26 an hour that the girls would be making. But if I go ahead and divide it by 2, that means each girl would be making $13 per hour. All right, now we're going to do the exact same thing for the summer camp. So it's $210 an hour. I'm just going to change my color so you could see. All right, so it's this one. Bear with me, I'm sorry. I'm very tired. All right, so $210, but we're going to divide it by 7 and then divide it by 2. All right, so I'm going to go up here. Let me see. So 210. I'm going to have to write small, guys. I don't have a lot of room. Divided by 7. And I actually think that I could do this mentally because I see a basic fact here. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So if I add a 0, that would be 30. And then I would have to divide 30 by 2. And let me see if I can get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so I would have to divide 30 divided by 2, which equals 15. So as you could see, babysitting pays $13 an hour per girl. Summer camp pays $15 an hour per girl. So if I subtract what they each pay, I have an answer of $2. So we would say that the summer camp job pays $2 more per girl. And I'm looking at this now, and I can't believe how incredibly messy and sloppy this is. But it's a little difficult to do it with not that much space. Okay? So you should have that the summer camp paid more per hour, and it is $2 more per hour. So that is the answer for question number 1. And I hope that you follow it along and checked your work with that one. Stay tuned for question number 2 next.